So, good afternoon, everyone. This is Nikila. Today, I and my friend Ms. Devadashini from final year biotechnology are here to present our mini project titled Extraction of Natural Dyes from Spathodia campanulata flower for dyeing of the cotton fabrics. So, before getting into the presentation, we would like to thank the Department of Biotechnology for giving us this opportunity to present our project. Our HOD sir, Dr. P. Dasrathan, and Assistant Professor Ms. Joyce Helen Satya for guiding us throughout the project. So before getting into the presentation, I would like to give you a short introduction of why the mini projects are important. See, we are all in the studying engineering, especially if you are in the research field like biotechnology. It is important for you to do as many projects you can, because since it's being research technology, the projects you are doing will help you to learn so many new techniques, and it also helps to learn so many practical things. In addition to the theoretical knowledge, it is essential to have a sound practical knowledge also. So by doing projects, you can gain that. So if you're going for a higher studies or even for some job, if you have some good number of projects in your hand, your profile will look so good. So that's why the projects are really important. So now, considering the biotechnology, obviously we will be all doing a major project in our 8th semester. But the major project would take about some 3 to 4 months. So it take a long time. So before that, you can try to do out some mini projects. So mini projects are the one that can be completed within some 2 to 3 weeks maximum. So this is our mini project, which we have completed during our 5th semester within 2 weeks. We have also presented a project in the second national conference on recent biotechnology innovations, which is held at Arupade Weed Institute of Technology, 2019 August. And we have also received a best paper award for this mini project. So now let me get into the project. So our project is all about the natural dyes. So why the main reason to choose the natural dye synthesis is because if you go anywhere in food or pharma or textile industry, most importantly, there are synthetic dyes everywhere. If you consider synthetic dyes, its manufacturing takes about so many compounds like mercury, lead, toluene, which are all really very, very harmful to our humans. And the people who even working in the production of these dyes in the industries are also exposed to these chemicals. So they would have much more harmful effect than us whom we are using it. And if you also consider the food colorants, the colorants are almost synthetic, full of chemicals. So now they are trying to replace these synthetic dyes with the natural dyes, because the natural dyes being biodegradable and non-toxic, and especially it is very, very safe to use. So the natural dyes are now gaining some prime importance, and many people have started to synthesize the natural dyes from many compounds. So as you can see, the plant which we have chosen for synthesizing the natural dye is Spathodia campanulata. There are two main reasons for choosing this plant. The first main reason is that this particular plant is considered to be one of the worst invader in the earth. Worst invader in the sense it doesn't have any useful thing as a compound, and it's only from this plant. So if you consider the stem, root and the bark of this particular tree has been reported to have some pharmacological, anti-inflammatory and anti-malarial effects. But in consideration with the flower, they haven't explored much. So this is the first reason. And the second reason is that, as you can see, the flower is full of rich pigments ranging from orange to red and some yellow. So due to this rich colors, we thought that why couldn't we try synthesizing various colored dyes from this plant. So these were the two main reasons for choosing this plant. So now my friend Devadashini will explain the methodology and the results. So over to Ms. Devadashini.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Devadashini from Final Year Biotech. Our project's aim is to extract the natural dyes from the flowers of Spathodia campanulata for the fabrication of cotton. We have collected the flowers of Spathodia campanulata from a garden that is in front of our biotech department. These were the chemicals and apparatus we have used, and 100% soft cotton fabric was taken for our project. The petals were dried in shade for 15 days and was made into powder. We have used different extraction methods that includes acidic, aqueous, alcoholic, and alkaline. For all these four methods, we have taken 10 gram fresh petals, and in aqueous extraction method, we have boiled that petals in 100 ml distilled water at 100 degrees Celsius. Then the petals were removed and was filtered. And in alkaline and acidic, we have taken 1% NaOH and 1% HCl respectively. And the petals were taken out and unfiltered. Dyeing and mordanting. To remove the starch present in the cotton cloth, we have boiled that cotton cloth in 10% NaOH, and we have taken different mordants such as ferrous sulfate and stannous chloride. Let me explain what this mordant is. It is a chemical substance or ion that may stick to any substance or an organism, and purpose to increase the color. So the procedure was the cotton cloth was first dipped in mordant and followed by dye, so that we have got the color with ferrous sulfate as gray, pink, green, and yellow with different extracts such as aqueous, acidic, alkaline, and alcoholic, and the color with stannous chloride as brown, dark red, Spanish olive, and crimson yellow. These were the colors we have obtained with the mordant ferrous sulfate, and this with stannous chloride. Okay, results discussion. If the RF value is greater than 0.5, it will that means the flower will have less affinity towards water. We have got the result as 0.67. That indicates that flower, Spathodia campanulata, has a little affinity towards water, so that it can withstand repeated washing and can be used as a fabrication agent. Okay, let me conclude this. It is co-friendly and biodegradable, and can be used in various industries like cosmetic, pharma, textile, and food. Since it is safe and non-toxic. So, thank you all. This is our mini project. We have carried out with only cotton cloth. Now, few studies we have to continue with other cloths. So, thank you all. If you have any queries, please post it in comment box. You can ask. Thank you.
So if you have any queries regarding our project, please do post it in the chat box.
Anybody?
So we'll give you another 2 minutes. So please, if you have any questions regarding the project, you can post it in the chat box. Actually, we have tested this after mod denting, that is after dyeing. We have tested, it's been about 6 months. It has retained this color. We have used only about mordant in a very small quantity. That means about 0.1%. Because mordant is also a chemical substance, so we have used in a very little amount. So the cloth was able to withstand the dye for about 6 months. If we increase the mordant concentration, the cloth can be able to withstand the dye for about years. So I think it depends upon the mordant concentration. So if you add more amount of mordant to the cloth, that is binding agent, the cloth can withstand the dye for many more years. So since to be in a harmful, to synthesize in a very harmful manner, we have used a very little mordant. So okay, next question.
Yes, it is eco-friendly.
Yeah, it's totally eco-friendly in the sense it is biodegradable because since the dye is totally synthesized from the plant compounds, even if you put cloth and bury it, it'll be decomposed since everything is from the plant compound. So it's eco-friendly. Is that used as a food color? About the price. Okay, first another question I have got from Sandhya, is that used as a food color? Yes, ma, it can also be used as a food color, but we are yet to test that. As of now, we have tested only with the cotton cloths. Since the cotton cloths, it's used for manufacturing the baby's cloth, right? So we have tested only with the cotton cloth. We are yet to test with the food colorants, but it has the potential to be as a food colorant. So Bhavani is asking me about the price. So if you consider the price, see the flower we have collected from the local garden, so that won't be a problem. Then coming to the chemicals price, it depends upon the extraction. See, we have with water alone we have extracted. So only with the water extraction you can use it as a dye. Only the mordant cost will come into action. That will be about, I think you are using about only 0.1. That is very too small concentration of the mordant. So it's the price will be, that mordant price will be only about rupees within 20 or 30. The price is too less. So yeah. Any other questions?